So taking a moment to bring your attention and awareness into your heart space. And feeling the expanse around your heart. And into that expanse, inviting spirit. And being receptive to all that spirit has for you at this time. And I give thanks to Spirit and all Spirit guides who are here. I give thanks to the love and the light and ask for the protection of the golden light. I ask that my words are guided and that only that information or wisdom for beings highest be brought forth, that it be brought forth clearly and easily. We ask for the truth in its whole and pure form. And anything that is not in agreement with this, we ask to be drawn into the light, to be transformed by the light. They're saying that the hearts are very open tonight, and that there's this eagerness to know, and there's an eagerness to know the truth. And because there's an eagerness to know the truth will be known. It will be revealed. It is that which is of great importance to be revealed. It is not something that is hidden. It is often that which is just not seen. And whether or not the mind or being is capable of being open enough to receive the insights and the truth that is available to them. All good things are available to all beings at all times. It is not hidden. It is not that which is not wanted to be generously offered to all beings. It is just the receptivity of whether or not a human or a being is available to it. And how does one make oneself available to such things as the divine truth of who one is, of the divine blessings that are available. And what we say is, if you open your mind and your consciousness and bring your intentions to something very pure within you, that there will be a natural alignment to such things. There was a time that beings were more in alignment with themselves, and we speak of the self as being the true self, where the consciousness was not veiled, or there was not a disturbance within the energetic vibrations that beings are living in. And there has been an energetic vibration that has kind of altered man's state of mind and being. And this energetic vibration that was like a bit of a wobble versus something very clear and steady is what is shifting at this time. And the earth is in a place of receiving great blessing, great light energy, great assistance, which will assist mankind to slow its vibration down enough that it can retune with that which is already very natural within mankind, their true essence. These are things that we would like to assist mankind to work with. And there is an amount of effort that is necessary, and the effort is often just opening or aligning to, bringing one's consciousness to the availability of it. Mankind has often been much distracted with worldly things, with external things, and less present to that which is going on within oneself. Oftentimes it is the avoidance of what one is, the emotions that are being felt, the unease that beings often feel within themselves. So in the avoidance of being with these feelings, they allow themselves to be quite distracted outside, or their search for satisfaction is quite the outside journey, not an inside journey. So as one draws one's attention more towards the inner journey, and the inner journey often is going beneath the vibrations of the emotions. The emotions have a different vibration than where the spirit is. It's like the spirit is the calm beneath the active sea. But it is always available to man when they kind of take notice or take seat with such things. And the truth is always resonant within oneself. And that is what responds to truth they may hear outside of themselves. One always recognizes, yes, this resonates with me. This seems like a truth to me. Or no, this does not resonate at all. So that it is that chord within that allows beings to align to what is true. The earth is going through quite radical changes these days. There's the very obvious ones. If you just open the newspaper or watch the news channels, they're the most obvious ones of how it's happening on an external level. But what we would like for you to notice is how it's happening on an internal level. And it is from this place of disruption, this place where one is no longer satisfied with the status quo. One is no longer satisfied with how one has been existing on this planet. And there's a deep search and there's a deep yearning for something more true, more clear, more sound. One that is not dependent on external circumstances. And this yearning is happening throughout. And some of the external disruptions that you're seeing these days is coming from this sense of there must be something more than this. There must be something that is more true than the existence that I have created for myself. And yet mankind doesn't often know how to find that which is pure or true. So they may continue to look outside in other avenues, whether they seek out different jobs or homes or relationships or government structures or whatever. These are things being sought outside. If the search and that same effort is brought inside, one may find a very different result. And the result is something that is very, can be counted on, that will not let oneself down, that will bring the peace and the clarity that mankind is looking for. One will not find peace in the world if they do not find peace within. And one will not be able to diminish the aggression in the external world if one does not diminish the aggression from within. And the aggression often comes from a split with oneself, where one is not answering to the true calling, the true knowing of self. And so they're in conflict. They're bouncing around, doing other things than listening to that still voice. But the sure voice, So during this time of unrest and upheaval that this planet is going through, what we are suggesting is being a support one to another into finding that peaceful kingdom within, that heaven that does exist on earth, that does exist within. That one does not have to prove oneself to enter. One does not have to earn it. They do not have to deserve it. They are already deserving. They are already worthy. There is no penance that needs to be paid. There is no permission that is needed. One can enter there daily at any moment. And it is always available to you, to all beings, at all times. And the request is really coming from within. So this is a verbal kind of request to point one in the direction, but it is only an external voice of what the internal voice is really speaking. There's this calling home, and it's to the eternal home that has nothing to do with this physical body, that has nothing to do with this physical plane, that has transcended time and time again this physical body and this physical plane. So it is a call to the true remembrance and the true inhabitants of oneself, one's true divine self. And it will get easier. It will become easier because the energies of this earth are changing and shifting, so the vibration will allow this to come forth. And the masses will start turning towards something other than what they have found satisfaction in, because it has become dissatisfying. And it was meant to be dissatisfying. These experiences can be satisfying, but they should not be the only thing that one seeks. And unfortunately, most of mankind seeks only the external for satisfaction or for their pleasures. And this was kind of a reversal of a role. It was supposed to be more of an internal thing, and then to enjoy the external pleasures, versus just enjoying the external pleasures and trying to satisfy something from within. So there are great talks about planetary shifts and these different things coming to the planet, and indeed somewhat it is true that the energies are becoming more fine and the light is dawning, so that more people are able to see, even if it seems like it's dust. But this will continue to heighten, the energies will continue to heighten, that will allow a more easy entrance into what is called this new age or enlightened age. And one must not be deceived by the external forces and what appears to be going on, that it is getting more chaotic. In some way, it is getting more chaotic because it is breaking down. These systems are breaking down. And once they are broken down and the confusion settles, then that which appears will be of this truer state.